That's true. Hey everyone, welcome back to JP's Budget Collecting and the whatever show. Because I'm just going to ramble for 45 minutes. And yeah, we'll talk about some stuff and see what's going on with everybody. And yeah, then I'm going to go play D&D on White Whale's channel. So let's see, see if anybody's in here so far. Backseat driver was hanging out early tailgating, as was Biggie Shack. Oh no, Biggie is here. What's going on, Biggie? How's it going? The darling of comics. Yeah, no. Whatever, man. You got a little bump today. I seen you posted on Instagram just now. You're gonna blow by me on the way to 1,000, like everybody else. So, which I'm looking forward to. So. Big Will, what's going on? So I'm pretty sure Biggie Shack is the darling of the YouTube comic community. That's what I'm going with. Old Wolf, what's going on, man? William, thanks for hanging out. So no, I don't know too much. Let's see. Old Wolf saying hi to everybody. So it's Sunday. I didn't pick up a single book this week. No, I didn't have anything come in. Well, that's not true. I had one thing come in. I did have a trade come in that I'd ordered, but I haven't had anything else come in. So I don't really have any books to show, anything. Talk a little bit about some stuff I got coming up. And then, I don't know, we're just going to talk about whatever. I know, Old Wolf, you do a fantastic job of saying hello to everybody in the chat. I try to do that. Sometimes I'm successful. Sometimes I'm really bad at it. But Old Wolf is always on the ball when it comes to saying hello to everyone. And I appreciate that. That is an awesome way to be. So. Oh, Biggie's got a big tray coming in. Yeah, I have been... So I picked up a couple of small things around the edges. I did sell, if anybody follows me on IG, I did sell the book I was trying to sell, that Lois Lane book that I bought to flip. I did sell that. That's going to, I'll ship that out to the guy tomorrow. And I'm probably going to use that to buy some more books to probably maybe sell. I don't know. I'm leaning in that direction. But I've been picking up some small stuff around the edges, but I really have been kind of trying to just take a little bit of a hiatus. Like I said, with the computer purchase and some other stuff, I've been trying to sit back. I may this week. I have not Yarn Man or Yard Man or whatever the heck that they're trying that. No, I will not be buying that. Maybe Big Will's. So, I will not own that. Hey, Kachung, Delphia, what's going on? Let's see. Did I mention anybody else? The chat jumped on me. I want to make sure I didn't mention anyone else. There's Unruly. What's going on? This is not an auction. Let's see. I don't even know if I really have anything to sell at the moment that I'm looking to sell at the moment. Yawn Man. There you go. Yeah, I'm just gonna miss on that spec. You guys, that's all you guys. I'm gonna pass on the Yarn Man or whatever the Yawn Man. I think Biggie's got it correctly. I think he's the only one spelling it right. I will be doing a big old pass on that. There you go. Came in for a drink and get the right kind of drink, hopefully. The flipper JB, yeah, D-Rock should give me a hard time. I sold a book. So, but I'm going to try to, I got my eyes on a couple things I may try to buy, and then also, maybe clean and press and slab and sell, and just trying to build a little bit of a comic fund. So I'm not buying out of my monthly budget all the time, and I actually have a little bit of a comic dedicated fund. So yeah, I've been working. I got a few things working on that. I don't think I'm ever going to be like DS or Big Will or Who Dat or people that are actually completely funding their comics that way, because I just don't have the patience or the motivation. I think the motivation. I'm lazy. That's where we're gonna go with that. We're gonna go with lazy. So, oh, I am definitely lazy, but instead I put my effort into my channel. Hey, House of the End, what's going on? Oh, well, I haven't bought anything lately, so I guess that's why. And I'm pretty sure you have more titty books than I do. I just have like female keys, but yeah, I don't necessarily have a ton of like provocative books in any way, shape, or form. But the most provocative thing I have is that Lost cover. But yes, I know I collect female characters. I collect the ladies, and I'm okay with that because they're cheaper. How's the end in here? So, I'll also up the trade I picked up this week. So the only thing I had come in this week is I grabbed this trade because Kavi had. This is apparently one of NYC's favorite Batman stories. This is Paul Pope, and Kavi is a big fan of Paul Pope. I'll be honest, I don't know that I've really read any Paul Pope stuff. So he's been pushing to do this on Gotham City Chronicles. So this came in. This may actually even be the next one we do. We haven't set a date yet. We don't have anybody for sure lined out to read this with us. So if anybody is interested, let us know. The Golden Age coming over big time. I will say, yeah. Taters. I got a great story. Old Wolf is saying great story that he bought that off the shelf. So Old Wolf, if you want to be on a Gotham City Chronicles with us, hit me or Kavi up because we are planning on doing this one. So I have started it. I have not gotten very far. So I guess I got through one issue. There's four? I think it's 4 issues. So I got through the first issue. And it's cool. Paul Pope's style is definitely out there, but I like it so far. Bring a list of characters I love most, keys, cover artist, appearance, lifetime gold list. There you go. Got to be, that's the big thing for me is, excuse me, I have to be organized. William's saying that it's supposed to be great. I will find out. I haven't got very far into it, but the first issue was good. So I've started reading that. Volume 3 of Strangers in Paradise, Omnis. Nice. So yeah, hopefully Kachung will make a video about that. And come on. I am probably going to update mine. One of the things during my hiatus of buying much here in the last month is I've really been thinking about. I put together that list of 50 books I was going to focus on. I've come to realize there's some books that I want that aren't on there, and there's some books on there that aren't really that important to me. So probably in the next week or so, I'm probably going to be doing a video update on that. I'm not sure for sure. I haven't really finalized exactly what I'm going to go with, but I'm probably going to do an update kind of to the 50. I mean, I have 21 books checked off the list. And so I may come back with like a 30 or something. And yeah, so probably next week or so. Plus, I'm going to try to update my goals for the second half of 2020 since I got all my original books checked off. I don't know. I missed something. What's going on, Carlito? Bear Island hopped in here. I did miss Bear Island come in. 84. I'm not sure what Carlito was saying. Whatever. Hey, man. So there you go. I need to get that in a 9.8 at some point, probably. Yeah, I ended up having to, I was in the beginning of 84 stuff, and then I ended up having to drop out, so I missed him actually opening anything. So I only caught the 20 to 25 minutes of, well, I didn't even catch that much. I assume it was 20 or 25 minutes of him rambling and getting distracted by the chat. I think I was only in there for 5, but So it may not have taken that long, but so Kenny's worse than, well, he's slightly worse than me about being distracted by the chat. Like when I have something I want to show, I'm usually a little better than Kenny, but I'm just looking at the chat tonight. Really, you're laying off FF for the rest of the year, concentrating on 80 stuff. That's a bit of a surprise, unruly, but cool. Hey, Fritzies, what's going on? Let's see. I feel like somebody else I missed here. There you go, Dr. Fate, going a little in the golden age. First book in 8 months. Dang, you have had some discipline, Carlito. Yeah. He says short goal list. I like having like a bigger picture list, even if I adjust it every so often. So I'm probably going to come out with, because I like to have like know where I'm kind of trying to go, and then I pick the books that are from that, and then if I have to make an adjustment, I do. But it's a trade. Oh, nice. Good for you, man. Buying rare covers from one of my 3 favorite artists. Let's see how big I can get. Oh, nice. Yeah, Unruly has put a big dent in his FF stuff this year. So, but yeah, so I'm probably going to make that. Other stuff I got coming up on the channel tomorrow night after Comigories, because Matt, it's the night that worked for everybody, but we're having to do it late because it was a Comigories evening. We are going to do a Collecting Smart. It's going to be myself, obviously the boy at 7, Matt, Hoodat, and just a little podcast. And we're just going to be talking about collecting during uncertain times. With all the craziness right now, the economy, everything just way up in the air, we're just going to have a discussion about how and if that's changed people's, the way they're going about collecting. Are they being more conservative in their approach? Are they being, just how it's affecting your thought process when you make a purchase, or if you're making purchases. So we're going to do that tomorrow night, probably 9:15, 9:30ish. I think I got it scheduled for 9:15. That's if Comigory stays on time to an hour and a half. That's probably unlikely. So it's probably going to be closer to 9:30ish Central before we do that. But we're going to do that tomorrow. The next, Unruly's talking about indies. The next indie show is, I don't have one scheduled for next week. I kind of slacked about getting stuff scheduled. So next week there won't be an indie show, or this coming week there won't be an indie show, but we will be back on Tuesday the 7th with The Wicked and Divine. Myself, Unruly, Los, and Gorilla Todd are reading The Wicked and Divine. And then the next thing, we're going to go back to Bear, Hialeah, Kavi and I are going back to East of West volumes 2 and 3, and that'll be the 16th of July. So we got a little bit of time. So we're going to be hopping back to that. I have a crew for God Country, but we haven't set a date. That'll probably be sometime toward the end of the month, because I'm going to be gone for part of July. So yeah, I just need to get a date set for those guys. I want to get 8 postcards and some undies. Simeon's getting some undies. Well, sometimes you got to replace them. It's, so. This is something that, we're going to talk about. I'm going to talk about, at least. I'm planning to talk about a little bit. Is the market is still going crazy? Like you would think. And I'm curious about people's thoughts on that. We'll talk tomorrow night. Obviously, that's what the show's going to be about. But yeah, it has not slowed down. Like the spec market, the buying. Like I was expecting, there was a couple books that I was watching that I was hoping, maybe they'll come down and maybe I'll grab them. They're on my 50 list, and I hadn't necessarily picked my list thing, even though I was trying not to really buy at the moment. Like I've been watching, and they've been doing the opposite. They've been going up. Like, I'm super glad I snagged the Batman Adventures 12 when I did, because it has went up since. Like the last several sales have been 50, 60, 70, $80 more than what I paid for it. Like, $100 more than what I paid for it. It's so, yeah, books have been going up, not down, and that is a little bit of a surprise to me. Let's see. I'm not really. I used to kind of want to. Whoa, cat jumped. I used to kind of want a New Mutants 98, but not really anymore. Crazy Market Yarn Man. You guys are nuts. So yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not really. And for 9.8 newsstand. What? I realize it's a newsstand, which is probably super rare. But what the fuck? People are nuts. People got money. They don't know what apparently people still have money they don't know what to do with. I ain't got that kind of money. Shit, $8,100. God damn. Oh, I don't know what I'd do with $8,100. I sure as hell wouldn't buy a comic book if I had it. Or not spend it all on. Holy God. Nice. Something Killing Children was really good. I enjoyed that. So, I have to wait and get it raw around 100. Oh, he's talking about New Mutants 98. Yeah, hopefully you'll track one down someday soon, Biggie. It has come down a little bit, I feel like, but I haven't really been. That's not a book I track very closely, but with the movies kind of in between an uncertain movie future, I feel like it has dropped a little bit. Maybe one day you'll stumble across it in a half-price books or something, and then yeah, for some kind of stupid deal. Let's all hope for the Biggie stumbles across it. So yeah, so those are the things I got coming up. So yeah, tomorrow night's Collecting Smart. Tuesday I have a Let's Collect. Finally, it's been like over a month since I did one of those, I think. So I just have to do a little more editing, which I would probably finish up tonight if we weren't playing D&D. So I'm going to shoot for Tuesday. I'll probably finish that up tomorrow night and post that on Tuesday. I'll probably do a premiere. I usually do a premiere for those. So yeah, I got some stuff coming. Mark Spector, what's going on? Exactly. Well, apparently, a newsstand Miles Morales is, according to somebody, 90. What's going on? So yeah, those are things I got going on. I'm just rambling about stuff as usual. Nothing too exciting. I'm trying to think. I've been thinking. Biggie was talking about like the Golden Age, and Cthulhu was talking about Golden Age. I do think probably one of the books I'm going to shoot for the rest of this year is I am probably going to shoot for a sensation. I got a Golden Age Batman. Obviously, I need like a tech and some other stuff, but I think the next book, Golden Age wise, I'm going to try to hunt for is a sensation. There's probably 5 or 6 covers that I really like from those runs, and a couple of them aren't the crazy. Obviously none of the early ones or whatever, and a couple of them are crazy, but these are a little more affordable. So I think a sensation is going to be on my list for my next Golden Age book. Beyond that, I'm not sure. I had some books that were kind of toward the top of the old list. I don't know that they're still at the top of the list. They're still on the want list, but see, and 300, no, that's a lot. But I'm hoping that's probably maybe the only bigger book that I'll shoot for the rest of the year. As a sensation, and then everything else, I may just do some small stuff. We'll see. Thank you, Biggie. I don't know. I bought that first Golden Age, and the rabbit hole has opened up under me. It's like I find myself looking at a lot of Golden Age stuff. There's still like a bunch of modern and Silver Age books that I want that aren't in my collection. But boy, that Golden Age stuff just keeps like sucking my attention when I'm on eBay. Even though when I'm on eBay, I'm like, oh, I look for something I could, like a deal on something I could sell. And then I find myself looking at a Golden Age book. That's definitely not what I would not sell if I got it. So I know I don't have the money to be a Golden Age collector, but I want to be a Golden Age collector. That was great in that role. Yeah, and wow, that's what did he say to end up going for? For 300, nice. And some of those, there's some like in the, in that 40 to 80 range, like in terms of numbers, like some of those are not that bad. You can occasionally find pretty good deals on some of those. So, Prison, something killing the children variant going for. I'm going to flip 2 to fund my next. I have no idea, man. I kind of wish I'd gotten one when they came out because I am a big Frisian fan, but I did not. So, Biggie, see. Well, Biggie, you were further down that rabbit hole than I am on the Golden Age stuff. You definitely have snagged quite a. You have several at this point. You've started getting a decent little collection of Golden Age. So I just have the one, but yeah, I'm probably gonna do some more. Golden Age budget collector. I don't think there is such a thing as a Golden Age budget collector. There probably is, but I guess it depends on the budget. So, oh, that's nice. That's not bad. That's a good deal, man. Hey, Dave Maris, what's going on? He'll be joining us. I'll be joining him in a little bit on White Whale's channel. We'll be playing some D&D. There you go. I'm not sure about the sketch version. So yeah, but I'm probably gonna pick 2 or 3 books is all to target the rest of the year. Even though I'm gonna also work on my long-term want list, I'm probably gonna pick 2 or 3 books. Maybe a couple smaller ones on the list, maybe one bigger one, which may be the Golden Age. I may pick a couple of extras so that I'm looking at a couple different ones. Maybe I'll pick 5 or something, and then hope to get 2 or 3 of them. But the other thing I keep saying this, and I just need to get my ducks in a row because computer, I did send out the full payment, so the computer is fully paid off. Like when the bill came due, I was able to pay that off, and that, it kind of set me back a little bit, and that's part of the reason I've been on a little bit of a hiatus from buying much. But I do need to get up my AOK game. I got to start I got like this list, and I even got some Target books and some stuff, and I just have not been able to get my act together. I keep finding stuff I want, and that's not a good way to be. I need to be more generous. So bought 8 of them for $1 each. Hey, Phil. What's going on? Big Will says he buys one every 6 months. Is he talking about Golden Age? Or is he just talking about like a book on his thing? Yeah, I would agree with that. The colors are what really drives her art more. Like you see like the line art, and it's good. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm not like begrudging it, but it's a little bit simple. She's not like a high renderer. She's not like a Jim Lee style. She doesn't render. She does a lot with her coloring and shading, and she does a lot of her art is driven that way. TJ, what's going on? Oh, you haven't missed anything. You've missed me ramble. And no, I've decided I have no more books I want, TJ, so you are not allowed to send me anything else ever. So, for the record, TJ was threatening me last night that he was telling me his list of AOKs, and then he's like, and then I'm coming back to you, and I'm like, no. So I tried to pretend that there were no books left on my list. He doesn't buy it. He doesn't believe me. Thank you, old wolf. Yeah. Well, I didn't really talk about anything, and he knows. he already knows. Like the stuff I said tonight, I didn't say anything that he didn't already know. So I do know that there's people that are on its hit list, and it makes me laugh. First up, I think it's probably Loach, but I don't know. Like, so I'm gonna laugh because if he's getting other people's stuff, that means he's not getting stuff for me. So that's good. This is a good thing. So yes, TJ knows all. This is so true. All right, we got 25 minutes in. I don't really have anything even to show. I guess I could show some stuff. What do you guys want to see? He probably will. All he already knew, because I already told him that I was planning to do an update to the 50 and a second half of the year want list video sometime in the next couple weeks. So he already knows. Then when he threatened me that he said he wasn't done after the AOK he sent me, I was like, oh, then I won't make those videos. He's like, doesn't matter, I already know. And I was like, so show some heat, Biggie. What kind of heat do you want? Let's see. What should I show? I don't know that I have that much heat to show at the moment. Oh, goodness gracious. You guys, let's see. Some of the books I'm thinking about. So I'm thinking about doing probably, it probably won't be for a couple of months. And I'm trying to accumulate a couple of books from the money from the Lois Lane book. I'm going to try to accumulate a couple of books that I could put in with this. So I'm probably going to do another CGC order at some point. Some of the books, like, I'm not ready to like start picking for sure, but let's just pull a few out here. Like some things I'm thinking about sending. Let me pull this box out where I can actually see in it, as opposed to like, damn it, come here. There we go. Let's see. Some things I'm thinking about sending, and like this is probably going to go the next time I send books. I'm going to send that probably. That's not going yet. I may finally send this. I've debated on sending this for a long time. That's for my original collection. That one may go at the next order. I don't think I'm going to send that yet. That I'm waiting, still hoping to get signed. There you go. Here, this is for Biggie, just because like he was giving me a hard time about my girly books. That's probably my biggest girly book. So that I'm waiting. I bought that because I wanted to get Adam Hughes to sign it. I'm going to hold off on sending that to CGC until that works out. Hopefully, sometime in the not super distant future, maybe. I know hopefully there'll be a con again at some point, maybe, possibly. I don't know. Did I show you guys this came? I thought I showed this last week. That Sabine book, that'll probably go the next time I send some stuff. Just because I want to be in position to sell that. This will definitely go the other half of my Dr. Afra books. Another one that I will potentially flip. So yeah, I was gonna when I bought them, I was originally gonna sell both of them, but I really like that one. I don't know. That was the one that's worth something. I need to sell it if it really spikes, but this will go. Let's see. I got 2 copies of this. They'll probably both go the next time I send books. Yeah, I don't know. That's most of it. I don't know. You guys may not have seen this. This came in. I don't know if I showed this last week or not. I did end up getting that 1 in 25. I bought it early for 30 something, 37 or 8 with shipping. And then it jumped up, and then because everybody went nuts, and now I think it's maybe barely worth what I paid for it because there's a billion of the damn things. But that did finally come in because I had pre-ordered that. Yeah, there you go. There's some heat. That's about all I got. I don't know. That's the start of a stack that I will send in the next time. Trying to add a few books to that. There's another book that should be in there. It's not in this box. That book should be in this box. Oh well, I'll find it later. It's here somewhere. Thank you, Oregon. Yo, John, what's going on? I haven't been paying attention to the chat all of a sudden. Oh, Jordan. John, what's up? John hopped in. It does change, like, unruly. Like, my one list changes, like, but I mean, I've been working off the 50 for 8 months, and most of those books are going to stay on there. I do have one. It's already slabbed, though, Biggie. Like, it's just a slab on here. It is right there. I've honestly debated on cracking and sending this in. The thing is, the grader's notes, there's no real pressable defects. What they graded it down on, I don't know if you guys will even be able to see it. According to the grader's notes from CBCS, can you see that little line of color loss there? Like, it's just like color rubbed off. It's not like, that's not like a crease. That is just color rub, like where it rubbed the black off. That is what CBCS gave the 9.6 for, according to the grader's notes. So, I don't know. I'm wondering about trying to send that sucker, letting it breathe, as D-Runk would say, and seeing if I can upgrade that thing to a 9.8. John's still running up the world's most picturesque hill. Yeah, you know, once a modern, yeah, I can understand that. Like not wanting to do it. Like I did this, I bought this graded. This is the first book I ever spent $100 on. I bought this the summer before the Spider-Verse movie came out. Probably like the trailer dropped, and did the trailer drop yet? It might have been before. Like I knew she was, like you knew she was going to be in it. Maybe the trailer hadn't dropped. Like just the a teaser that didn't show her, like trailer had dropped. Everyone knew she was going to be in it, but the book hadn't really jumped yet. I ended up paying $125 for this at the time. That was, well, I had like a eBay used to do like those 15% off things, like where you would get like, I had one of those, like if you like could get 15% off, and I did that, and I paid $125 shipped with this with the 15% off at the time. So that has turned into a pretty good investment as it turned out. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to let that one breathe. It needs to be in an updated case, whether it's an updated CBCS case or a CGC case. But I don't know that. I don't know if that. The reason I say that is because this book, although it's not quite as bad, has a little bit of that too, like on the back, but it's not as, like a little bit, there's a little spot of color rub on the back of this one. You guys will not be able to see that. You can kind of see it, but it's not as well defined, and it's not as big, and they didn't mark me down, and I don't know. So I've been debating on that because according to her, there's no crunches. Wonder Game as a wonderful pre-game show for D&D. Definitely got to get it out of the old CBCS case. Yeah, it's not even like, obviously they're coming out with their new cases, but this isn't even the generation that they just had. This is like the old one. So I don't know. We may have to do the D-Runk let her breathe method at some point. Big Will's probably going to get us killed. Get that to CGC. So I know, TJ, you were anti-CBCS. I have some CBCS books. I'm not necessarily in a hurry to like pay to get them regraded when they're already in a slab that I'm okay with for now. So, But there's a couple of them I need to get shifted over, or at least upgraded to the new CBCS one, and like reholdered, if for the money. I know I'm threatening to be like returned to the adoption center by saying such a thing, that that I would send a book back to CBCS to get reholdered instead of sending it to CGC. He's gonna take the book back. He's gonna demand me mail it back to me. So, hey Jabroni, what's going on? They're not supposed to know. He likes the mystery. Leave it on 100%. There you go. I have a couple books like that I have that probably I would have to think about cracking and maybe resubmitting. That one, I have a Gotham City Sirens that the only flaw on it, according to the grader's note, is definitely pressable. You can see it, and it's definitely pressable. It's a 9.4. I don't know if it'd go all the way to a 9.8, but it probably would. I have, so let's see. Here's a showing books. So books that I would consider maybe cracking and sending back. There's these two. Where else we got? And this one. So this one, I don't know if you guys can see. I gotta remember where it's at. It's right here at the bottom. In the front. I gotta get where I can see it now, because I don't see it. I'm not even seeing it now. But there's a ding on this one that I think could press. I thought it was right here on the back at the bottom. I'm not even seeing it right now. So anyway, maybe. Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, it's right. You will never be able to see that. It is. It's right on the bottom of the book. It's not on the spine. It's on the bottom of the book. That could definitely press. Like the defect there could definitely press. This one doesn't really have anything pressable, but I'm just tempted to give it a shot because it's like $500 if it works. This one, I don't know if I could get the light right. It's right in the bottom corner. Have to take it out of the bag probably, get the right light right. Oh, there you can see it. It goes across that corner, like right at the bottom. Doesn't break color. There it is. So yeah, that's the 9.4. That's also in a CBCS case. So I'm sure TJ's like, press that sucker and send it in. So those three would be potentials to get cracked and resubmitted that I have right now. Everyone had a mega haul today. Nice. I have not had a chance to check that out. I didn't end up watching much today. I was trying to do some other stuff, and then I was working on that Let's Collect video that I'm going to try to get out Tuesday. Oh, my high quality camera didn't want to focus again. So yeah, I'm always behind. I'm always so far behind on watching everybody's stuff. I feel terrible. I do not do a good job. So yeah, those are some of the books I'm thinking about. Probably gonna be like September, October before I submit again. Maybe. I guess it depends. If I get a couple things bought out of this money that I made from that Lois Lane book, then I may go on and do an order sooner rather than later. But that's definitely one of my goals for the year, for the rest of 2020, is to do another CGC submission. Yes, and it will be CGC, TJ. So don't freak out. So yeah, and probably send a few more books that I'd like to sell, and maybe a few books for me, and kind of do a mix up, 8 or 10 books again. So yeah, so those are some of the ones in the consideration pile for anybody that hopped in. Some of the late, but so we got 5 minutes before I need to get off here. So I have a few minutes before we start D&D. That's coming up in 20 minutes on White Whale's channel. So things I have coming up, real quick recap. Yeah. Jabroni. I assume you're talking about, well, I don't know if you're talking about JP or Jabroni. But yeah. Thank you, Jabroni. I appreciate that. I owe that to Mr. Matt for the amazing AOK. Oh, Carlito wants to look at the Teen Titans. That's another AOK. Good grief, that's big. Well, I am too many books. Only the 7.5. Love that library stamp. So that's why the grade's that low, but I also think it's really cool. So there you go, Carlito. The 6.0 is gone. So I did sell that on. It is boxed and ready to ship. I'm going to ship it tomorrow. A guy did hit me up on IG and purchased the 6.0. Yarn Man. You guys are nuts. I swear. I'm not participating in the Yarn Man stuff. I'm not. You guys are crazy. So yeah. So I did the Lois Lane book. I did get sold. So I'm actually looking to try to get some other books to maybe turn to kind of help start building a little bit of a nest egg for comics. So hopefully get a few things bought. Once I get those in, I will probably send some books to CGC, including a few of these that I have. Lucha did do a good spec video the other day talking about mostly Riri Williams books, but he had a couple others that I can't remember now. So things I got coming up in the last 3 minutes here before I close this out. Tomorrow night, after Comigories, we are doing a Collecting Smart, talking about collecting during uncertain times. Myself, Matt, just a little podcast, Cookie, and Kudat are doing that tomorrow night. So that'll be late, like 9:15 Central. Tuesday night, I got a Let's Collect coming. I'll probably premiere that. Not sure what time yet. I'll probably look and see who else is. I know they're Lamer Frame. I'll try to avoid, and yeah. So I'll look and see what the schedule is for Tuesday. I may go early. I may go early just to try to avoid like some of the evening stuff. With that one, I am going to put out my like updated 2020 goals here at the half year mark, since I've already checked those out sometime in the next week or so on the 7th of July. So 2 weeks from tomorrow, or a week from tomorrow, excuse me. We are doing the Wicked and Divine Volume 1 for the indie show. Myself, Unruly, Los, and Gorilla Todd. On the 16th, we are doing Hialeah, Bear, and Kavi and I are doing volumes 2 and 3 of East of West. So we're coming back around to that. I got a crew signed up for God Country. But if there's other stuff, as always, if there's people like that want to do an indie show with me or have something that I should read, hit me up. And then I don't know if Old Wolf is interested, but if anybody else is, I think this is the next book that Kavi and I are going to do for Gotham City Chronicles. We haven't set a date yet, but this is one of his favorite Batman stories. He's been pushing hard for this one. Oh, Chad and Hialeah. Uh-oh. Man frog. I just need to send out a thing and start setting a date. So that is me, you, Matt, the boy had 7 because he hadn't read it, and I gotta find my list. Is this it? I don't think this is the right notepad. That is not the right notepad. I have another notepad that looks just like that has that list on it. So I know I can't remember who the other person is for God Country yet, but yeah. So I just need to like send you guys a DM on Instagram. So All right, we are at the 45-minute mark. I want to thank you guys for joining me for me rambling. I did show a few books at least. So that I haven't gotten a copy of that yet, Big Will. It's probably going to be part of the next time I order in stock trades, which probably won't be till the end of July. Early August is probably the next time I'll do a indie book order. I got a pretty good stack at the moment. I want to get through a few of them before I order more. But yeah, that is going to be in the next stack. Yeah, it fits right in with some of the crap going on right now, that's for sure. So, all right, folks, we're at 45 minutes. I gotta take a dog out, then I gotta go be on White Whale's channel, play some D&D. So hop over there. Watch us play poorly, and White Whale try to keep it from having to kill us. So, all right, gang, we'll see you later. Bye.